Assalamu alaikum. So today I'm going to talk about this is about the Madinah Umrah series. There is one amazing museum. I really find it very informative, and they have a lot of modules, and they walk you through the whole Sira. And that museum is called Dar al MadinahMuseum. Oh, I can't recommend enough to go there. That was an amazing experience because it gives you the whole picture. Because I'm kind of like a more of a visual person, needs the visual aid to learn the Sira and all that. And that museum has done an amazing job. So I might have a more than one series to cover that. But we are going to walk you through. It goes through the history of the Sira and then the Medina and all the Masjid details and how the Rawda and everything in there belong. So inshallah, let's just start. So now, I believe in the beginning I was taking some. Okay, so this was the model they made of the Medina, like right when the Saudi state was formed. So, and then let's just see. But they'll before the trip, and I'm like they started the thing. So when the Saudi government was formed, like just around, let's just say 1900, this is how Medina looked like. Now it's skyscraper everywhere. There used to be a lot of garden. Medina used to be known for garden. Even this was also too much. During the Prophet ﷺ, it wasn't that much developed. So all this building that you see, those are kind of like final building that formed by the Ottoman. That was the state of development. As you see, most of them are only 1 or 2 story buildings. Okay, so this is how we start the history journey. So I'm going to walk you through, and they are very professional. They did it in English and amazing. And and they have a lot of things they took years to build. One that I showed you before, this one, it took more than decades to build, and they are to the scale. This one is done to the scale, okay? And I guess other than those helicopter and a bicycle that you might see sometime, that, I guess I don't think this helicopter to scale, but or else everything else is pretty much to the scale. Let's just go through it. Okay, so this is where the Sira starts. So there is some light glare and all that, so bear patience. Ultimately, you guys have to go there to experience it, but I'm going to share my experience as much as possible. So this is how the Makkah began. There was just a lump of rock. Okay, so you can pause the thing and see it. Read about it, but I'm just going to go for the shortness. I'm just going to go. So this is the Kaaba was just you pass by during the Zamzam. When the Hazra and Ismail they ran between the Safa Marwa, and then once the Zamzam was established, the Arab tribe asked her permission. See, Arabs in those days were very civilized. They asked her permission, can you settle nearby? And she said yes, and then like they settled, and I guess Ismail alayhi salam married from that family. And then kind of, so the Arab tribes were there passing by, they saw some bird flying, so knew there is a sign of water, and they saw there is a woman and a child. That was Ismail and Hazra, and they kind of like settled nearby. And then they start to have a little bit of a trade post. Remember, the Makkah is actually like a trading post, right? They kind of trade between Li'ilafi Quraysh, Ilafihim, that surah that we read. They kind of trade between the Yemen and Syria. So it is a kind of, that's what their main source of income used to be. And this is way before we were talking about Ibrahim al-Islam time. Okay, so, and then, so these are some old stone from the Kaaba. Okay, these are like, I guess they constantly reconstruct Kaaba and they fix it and all that. So these are some of the Mubarak like stones from there. And then there is some old pots and all that people used to have, they're there. This is from Medina. Okay, so I guess many things are written in Arabic still, but okay, so there was kind of like they settled down. Some kind of people are settling down, trading post, and the Hadra and the Ismail was living there. And then I just go through. There is stone from Kaaba again, some other more artifact. So Makkah, actually they go to right now jump to the other history. Like the Makkah, there was some tribal replacement happened. Please read through it at your own leisure, but I'm just going to go through the main part. So I guess this is the Kaaba, the Ibrahim al-Islam built, and there is other houses around. And then right now the Arabs, kind of prophet's ancestor, kind of like settled down. Okay, so they are right now they are still monotheists, right? They are praying Tawheed and praying to one Allah and all that. Then there is one person I kind of who was the first person that introduced idol to Kaaba. Sorry, please read at your own time. I'm just going to go through it because of the time, lack of time. So still they are in Tawheed. The people settle the businesses and all that. Okay, so the Kaaba was basically a lump of rock that was like that. And Ibrahim al-Islam built it into a rectangle. Okay, and nowadays the Kaaba is built like this. This is actually part of Kaaba. Actually, Quraysh during the construction, they didn't have enough halal money. So they knew they cannot use the haram money to do interest and all that to build the house of Allah. So they ran short. So they kind of like kept this place open. So which is a good thing. Now you can pray inside the Kaaba. And then I guess they start clothing the Kaaba. So that became another kind of ritual. So every year they used to change the cloth of Kaaba. And you see these are very old. I don't know how many years old. So like cloth with the golden fiber and all that. So the clothing the Kaaba became a kind of a ritual. And just the anecdote, right? This used to be Makkah, and they used to do business with Syria and come back and forth. I guess this is the Busra. This is where I guess the Prophet ﷺ went. And this is Yemen. So this is the Red Sea. And this is the Sinai. They made a lot of figurine, and that kind of helps to understand things. Okay, so this is the year of the elephant. You know, they came to attack Kaaba. Quraysh did not fight. They just went to the mountain with their camels and all that and let them do their thing. And then you know the story of Ababil. So this is the year of the elephant when Prophet ﷺ was born. And so let's just go. And then please read, this is 570. Keep that year. That's when the Prophet was born. Right now it's 2024. I did this Umrah in 2023, so you get the whole scale of time. So this Kaaba was there. And like there was a lot of signs during the birth of Prophet ﷺ. So then this is trying to picture the place of Halima. Halima's place was very much drought, and there is a lot of issue. As soon as she took Prophet ﷺ, the foster, like the mom of Prophet of Halima, her land and everything became prosperous and greenery. And then, okay, so the business Prophet, the Prophet was doing couple trips back and forth. This is talking about the Syria and all that. Prophet was there on the trip. Prophet's mother passed away, and then the Abdul Muttalib taking care of him. So they are trying to. So Prophet ﷺ, now young adult, he does a business trip, trying to take the Khadija's caravan. And then he kind of like become a very, his Prophet ﷺ just such a person. His boss proposed for marriage, Instead of other people normally propose to the woman, but this is the opposite happened for Prophet ﷺ, kind of personality he has. His boss she proposed to him. And then this marriage take place. I'm just going through the Sirah. And then this gentleman did the tour for us. He's a very good. I really like him way he kind of described. I did not record it. I just took the pictures. and now where they built Kaaba. So this one is trying to show, remember that when they built the Kaaba, at the end there was a problem that who's going to move the black stone, or else there is going to be a big fight. And then they kind of like they said like, okay, wait, whoever comes through the door, he's going to decide. So Prophet accidentally was coming from there, and he got to decide, and he did a very amazing job saying that everybody from take a piece of cloth and hold it, and that's how it's going to, we are going to do it. Actually, I'm kind of going maybe over the time. I might kind of pause it and then come back again for the part 2.